Now, Yulan Zale is our sign language interpreter this evening, and we begin the bulletin with growing public outrage over the recent spate of abductions. And tonight, religious leaders across the country are calling for the immediate resignation of Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja and the Director of Criminal Investigations Mohammed Amin, citing their failure to investigate and reveal the whereabouts of Kenyans who were abducted in broad daylight by unidentified individuals. And as pressure mounts on the government to take responsibility for the missing youth who have been unaccounted for over 2 weeks, the clergy condemned what they described as state laxity. They argued that the government possesses both the resources and the mandate to uncover the truth and ensure justice is served. And as Ben Kirui now reports, new details have emerged on how one of the youth, Billy Mwangi, was trailed by unknown men before forcefully bundling him in a waiting vehicle.
On the first Sunday of 2025, religious leaders once again took on the government, demanding accountability and transparency regarding the whereabouts of 6 Kenyans who were abducted more than 2 weeks ago by unidentified individuals. In a collective plea, the clergy called on investigative agencies to launch a thorough inquiry into the mysterious disappearances. They warned that failure to act should result in the immediate resignation of Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja and the Director of Criminal Investigations Mohammed Amin.
We as a church are asking for a full investigation and a detailed report as to who kidnapped these young people and who killed them. Failure to provide that information to the Kenyan people, we ask that the Inspector General of Police resigns from his role.
The clerics urged authorities to bring closure to the matter. They expressed sorry with the victims' families for the anguish and uncertainty they face.
Serikali yetu na kila mmoja, kila familia waweze kuchunga ya kwamba maisha ya kila mmoja wetu yanadhaminiwa, yanalindwa na yanasaidiwa ili ya kwamba tuweze kukomaa kama wananchi ambao tunaweza kusifiana katika maisha yetu ya kibinadamu, sio katika vifo.
As a church, we appeal. I am not going to go into the depths because the government have the tools to research. And if there is a cry from whatever corner that there is a Kenyan, not only in abduction, but every Kenyan, a Kenyan citizen, the government ought to take care of that, to provide the dignity, to provide all the means possible to secure that life.
They further accused the state of facilitating forced disappearances and failing in its fundamental duty to protect citizens' lives.
Wengi wamekufa kwa sababu ya uongozi. Wale ambao wako katika uongozi wafikirie jambo hili, kwa sababu hawakuwekwa kuwa viongozi ili waone watu wakifa, bali watumikie watu wapate maisha mazuri.
Kuna sababu ya kuweza kuchokoza na kuchokonoa maisha ambayo Mwenyezi Mungu ametujalia.
Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja, who has faced mounting criticism for inaction, has only 2 days to present the missing individuals in court. This is in line with the court order requiring him to personally account for the disappearances. Meanwhile, new evidence has emerged of one of the missing youth, Billy Mwangi, who was abducted. CCTV footage obtained from stalls in Embu Town shows how the 24-year-old was being trailed by suspicious individuals from his home in Majengo to a barber shop in Shakahola, Dallas Estate within Embu Town, approximately 5 kilometers away. The missing individuals, Billy Mwangi, Bernard Kavuli, Gideon Kibet, Elias Bull, Ronnie Kiplangat, Peter Muteti and Steve Kavingo, remain unaccounted for, fueling nationwide outrage. Activists have announced a series of protests across the country on Monday to demand for justice and an end to enforced disappearances. Ben Kirui, Citizen TV, Nairobi.